2018 Ford Fusion 1.5 Eco Boost. Crap. There aren't very many videos online about pulling the engine. The only thing I found were a couple shorts, and in those shorts, guys dropped everything at the bottom with the transmission and whatnot. So I didn't figure out that I'd possibly be able to get this out until I got the intake off. And to get the intake out, you've got to remove this. So this goes in here. Okay. And you got 1, 2, 3. Problem is you got 4 bolts in there, and you cannot get that off because let's say it's here, and you're not getting it out of there. So best way to get that out of there, and the way I would do this again if I had to do it again, is I would remove first thing, I remove the fans and the radiator. There's a core support under there, 4 bolts, a couple plastic clips. Only reason I did not remove it completely is because I had trouble getting this little plastic line on, and I just didn't want to break that plastic line and make it harder for myself. So what I did, I just removed that and lowered this. Once you remove the 4 bolts and the clips, you can lower the fan and the radiator and the condenser through this little space here. It goes straight down, and then that'll give you room to pull the intercooler out. Then you can get the bolts out. Then you can get the intake off, and then you'll be wide open. You'll be looking at the starter and the rest of the wiring harness that tucks all down into here that you probably can't get to without removing that. And once you do that, once you get the starter out, then you'll be able to get the torque converter bolts out through there. And it makes it so that you probably can. It makes it so that you will be able to pull this engine out of the top without having to drop the entire sucker. So, like I said, if I was doing this again, I would not remove. I mean, you gotta take the axle out on this side because of the bracket on the back of here. I mean, because it's bolted to the back of the engine, can't pull it in. What I would do is take that bracket completely off next time, which I'm gonna do on that one when I go back in, because you're gonna get hung up on the exhaust, as you see, like I did. What else would I do here? I guess that's mainly the only great tip somebody could have said. I didn't need much pointing in the right direction. If someone would just said, "Hey, take the intake off." Hey, once you get that intake off, it was like a light bulb went off once that intake came on. So, step 1, get this down, hopefully out, and then the rest, everything is straightforward if you pull it in the engine. If you have any questions, please just feel free to leave a comment. I am really engaging on here. I made the channel to actually help people. So when I see jobs that aren't very common on here, I like to try to put out some suggestive tips and whatnot. Thank you for watching. Bye.